Howdy folks, today we are looking at the Cricut kit, an excellent design and production machine that is available with our lending library. So let's have a look at what's inside. So we're in our Cricut kit. We have plenty of materials that come with it. We have a few cases with different printing materials, stickers, papers, anything you need to cut out. It obviously comes with the Cricut machine as well. It is the Cricut Explore Air 2. It comes with several different Cricut mats. Precision cutter. Tools to remove pieces of like the cutouts from the Cricut. So there's 4 toolkits and a laptop to run the Cricut software. So the first step I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a design and work with it in Canva. You can work within the Cricut software to make your designs for cutting or printing, but I'm just going to take some AI images, throw it in Canva with some text, and export that image as a PNG file that I can then put into the Cricut software and work with to cut out my logo or image. You can use any design software to do this. You do not have to work with the Cricut software itself to create your design. You can do it in Publisher or Adobe Illustrator or Canva. So I find Canva is a very easy way to get students designing nice things. So we'll whip it together real quick. So I have a design that I made in Canva. Now I'm going to put it into the Cricut software and I'm going to try to cut it out. We're just going to use some paper so we don't waste the nice vinyl stickers. We're going to cut it out of this piece of paper. Alright, so I set up a Cricut ID and now we are logging into the software, the design software. Students can set up their own designs, and there's also a ton of designs in here. So let's set up a cutting machine. It's on, it's connected via USB to my laptop. On the Cricut itself, you can see there's a knob, and that's where we can choose what we're doing. So this would be a light cardstock. So we can see here, we're gonna be using light cardstock, so we're gonna turn this till it clicks on light cardstock. All right, so within our entitled project, you'll see there's lots we can do here. So we have the design space set up. You can use templates to help you. So if you're designing something for a bag tag or a backpack or shorts, so they give you lots of different options for a template. And then you can actually get into designing your own logos within or your own images within this Cricut software. I used Canva and AI to kind of do mine. There's images, so you can search their images, but you're just going to want to look for free things. So you can go through and scout out what they have for images. Looks like a little bookmark, a cat bookmark. That's kind of fun. We're going to try uploading. So we're going to upload an image. Alright, so we're going to cut out this image that I made. So this is where we start to figure out what we wanted to cut and what we wanted to leave. So there's this manual thing you can do to select, and we're just going to zoom in here a little bit. So I want to keep the dark parts and cut out the light parts. So I'm going to click on all the lighter parts. So I click that, you see the background disappeared. I'm going to click by the D in the B, and this is where we have to be extra careful. Is within here, we're going to click all these white parts to remove them. Now it's kind of hard to see what, alright, there we go. So I can see that we've done a good job there. Alright, so then you can preview the single layer, so what this should look like when it is cut out. Oh, so I forgot the R. So I click on there and boom. So this is what it should look like when it is all cut out. Alright, so apply and continue. We are going to do a single layer and upload it. So these are our mats that we stick our cutting material to. They've got a bit of stick to them. They're a little tacky so that the paper doesn't move when it's being cut by the Cricut. So there's measurements as well, so you can kind of line everything up. So this is 27 by 30.4 centimeters. So we have quite a large image. So we're going to shrink it up a bit And then now it's time to make it. Okay, so we just go to make. So now you can see what it's going to look like on our mat. We are connecting to our Explorer. So now we're going to take the plastic film off of this mat, and we're going to stick this on, lining it up with the corners. And you can see it's pretty grippy, like I'm trying to slide it here so it stops it from sliding around. So when we come over to our Cricut machine, we're gonna hit the open button. That will get it all set up. And now we're going to load in our project. We're gonna load it up until it's up against these rubber stoppers that are gonna pull it through. So now we are loaded in. So we hit this button here to load it. And now we just hit the flashing Cricut button to begin. Alrighty folks, and this is the best part, is to get to see if you did it right. So we're just going to unload the mat with the button, and here we go. So you can see faintly the cutout there. So now if we peel this, look what we got. So you can see some of the letters went with it, and then some of them, the more fine pieces, are still stuck in there. So there's our empty stencil. We don't need this anymore. And now we can focus on this. So this is where those tools can come in handy for some of the smaller pieces, especially if you were doing the vinyl sticker. That's a little harder to get some parts out. So there's a bunch of like tweezers and a little sharp pointy stick to help you kind of extract all of the finer details. Get under there. Then we can use our tweezers to help pull that out. I'm not gonna bother with the little things on here. If this was a sticker, I would maybe do that. But then it's just a matter of alrighty, so if I was a little more careful before, maybe these letters wouldn't have fallen off. But here is my paper crown logo, Benju Techno King. Cricut allows you to do a lot of really complex kind of designing and cutting with not a lot of talent. I just used a little AI image, threw it in the software, and cut it out. And maybe I will make a fun little sticker for my colleague. So here we have our sticker that we made. We put it on vinyl, so I peeled away everything else. Everything else is stuck on. So you can make some really neat stickers, designs. I could never do this by hand. So it's a very powerful tool, and it's yours to borrow to do with your kids. For the stickers, what we'd have to do is get some two-way tape, and it sticks to one side, and then you can put it, but it's not as sticky as the vinyl. Then you can stick it on the wall or the surface that you're decorating, and it's like a transfer tape. I don't have any with me right now, but it will be included with the kit. All right, so reach out if you want to borrow this great tool and you want to get your kids designing some really fun and interesting products.